Start this question, I'm going to work out the upper and lower bounds for the information that I've been given. So I know that in a pile, I've got a pile which contains 1,300 sheets of paper. Let's call that n, and the number of sheets of paper is correct to the nearest 100. Now remember, for upper and lower bounds, if something is corrected to the nearest 100, we add and subtract half of 100, well that's 50, so we're going to add and subtract 50 sheets to get the upper and lower bounds for the number of sheets. So the number of sheets, let's call it actually number of sheets. So the number of sheets is going to be less than 1,300 plus 50, that's 1,350, but it's going to be greater than or equal to 1,300 take away 50, which is 1,250. So the number of sheets is somewhere between those two numbers. It then says that the height of the pile is somewhere between, is 160 millimeters, correct to the nearest 10. Now remember, nearest 10 means we're going to add and subtract 5 millimeters to the height of the pile. So the maximum height of the pile is 165 millimeters, and the minimum height of the pile is 160 take away 5, which is 155 millimeters. Now the question asks us to find the upper bound for the thickness of one sheet of paper. Now one sheet of paper, to find that, it's going to be the number of sheets, the height of the pile, so it's going to be the height divided by the number of sheets. So it's the height of the whole pile, which is somewhere between these two, divided by how many sheets there are. So you're going to have a very small number. We're talking about the thickness of a sheet of paper. Okay, now to find the upper bound, so we want the maximum possible height of one sheet of paper, we're going to need the maximum height. Okay, but remember, if you're trying to find a maximum value when you're dividing, we're going to divide by the minimum number of sheets that there might be in the pile. Now the maximum height is 165. The number of sheets, which is a minimum, is 1,250. Now if you divide one by the other, it comes out as 0.132 millimeters. So the maximum possible thickness of one sheet of paper is 0.132